Well, guys, I don't really know where I left off. So this LT150 has been giving me a lot of fits. Last video, or last segment of the video we put a new carburetor on it, and it fired right up. And then I put a belt on it. We did a drive belt on it for the rear differential, and it wouldn't run. And this engine, if we go back a few videos ago, I put a governor in this. I've taken that engine out, took it apart, looked pretty clean inside, cleaned it out a little bit, and we replaced the governor because the governor was bad. It fell apart. No big deal. They're $50 worth of parts. Put the thing back together, put it in it, run. I've mowed with it. You know, we rebuilt the deck and everything. You can see the grass and stuff still on it. I've cut grass with it. So I went to sell it, and the differential, it was slipping. And what I found was the tension spring that was hooked to the pulley on the left side was connected in the wrong place. It needed to go way past it and connect to the pulley, and it didn't. So it didn't have enough tension. It didn't have near enough tension, and the belt went bad because of that. Other than that, it would have been fine. So, and then, you know, this engine just will not run properly. I've put 5 carburetors on it. I'm not kidding you. That's one. This is the original carburetor that I cleaned out, and it just keeps having problems, and I don't know exactly why. When you shut it off, it makes weird noises. It wants to diesel. I have a feeling, and then I pulled the head, okay, because I was getting fuel into the intake. I was getting fuel into the intake. That's why I kept putting carburetors on it. Turns out probably all the carburetors are fine. I need to go drag the other ones out of the box full of bad ones. They're probably okay, but there's something wrong with the engine. Either valve timing is off or something. But because it makes weird noises too when I shut it off, well, let's get back to this. I pulled the head, okay? And I look at the head gasket, it's new, okay? Somebody's had it off. When I look into the head, I'm sorry, I've already stuck the thing back on just to reassemble this engine. But something had gone wrong with whatever engine that head was on, because it's beat up. And I went, you know what? I'm done with this engine. I do not wish to sell this machine to somebody with an engine that's got weird things going on. It is simply not worth it. So that's when I first suspected I was having engine trouble with it, I went out and found that LT160 and was going to use the engine out of that for this tractor. Well, then the 160 is actually nicer shaped than this tractor. So, except it didn't have a hood. So I wasn't going to part it out. So lo and behold, I find an engine on Marketplace. It's clear. I'm in Oregon, and this thing is in Central Washington. I talked it down to $65 for it. It's the same engine that's in that. Okay, came out of a different color tractor, but it's the same engine. I've cleaned this up. It's sitting there ready to go in. Paid $65 for it. But $75 worth of fuel in the red tracker, and 8.5 hours due to traffic to go get this thing. But anyway, we're going to put this engine in that tractor. The only thing I found different is that plug. So we'll cut this one off once we get this engine in. Yeah, we're all ready. We'll cut this off, put the other plug on it so it plugs into the tractor. And then everything else is good to go. So, and the only other thing is this had a oil switch on it, and there's no light for an oil switch on the John Deere, so it will just sit there unused. Other than that, it was in a running tractor. Should be good to go. So, I'm just so frustrated with this machine doing me wrong like that. But I've got the engine, the 4 engine bolts are out. I just kind of dropped the deck and moved it back a little bit. I got the pulley off of it. I think I've got everything disconnected. One-handed. Should be able to just pull this out of there. Let her swing. Just a swinging. Swinging. Okay. So, I'm going to get this thing sitting on the floor somewhere. Hopefully it doesn't leak oil everywhere. It's got new oil in it. It's got new starter on it. It's got a new fuel pump on it. It's got a new governor in it. Oh, this thing is very frustrating. But you know, what do you do? I can't not finish this mower. I've got a lot of time and money invested in it. You know, the deck's all redone and it's in great shape. But somebody has jacked that motor up. And I can't sell it knowing that somebody may have problems with it. It just doesn't sound right. So did what I had to do, and we're going to get that other motor in here. We'll get it all bolted down. We'll get it ready. Get this sold, because I don't know if you're keeping up with my channel or not, but we got other projects. You know what I'm saying? We got that white golf cart out there. It's done. It's actually, I put it for sale today. My wife's upset. She wants me to keep it. We got this Cushman electric 48 volt electric UTV. Needs batteries. That's $850. It needs wheels and tires, $500-600. And then we'll probably fix it up a little bit. I don't know if we'll paint it, but we might polish it and do the bed or something. Anyway, it's pretty cool, pretty unique. You don't see them. Look it up. You won't find very many. Got a few more wiring things to figure on it, but I do want to get some parts ordered for that, and I could sure use the cash from this machine. I've sort of missed prime time for selling these, because I usually fix these in the winter, sell them in the spring, and here we are, mid-May. You're seeing this probably in June sometime, so hopefully by the time you see this video, somebody else owns this machine, and we'll go from there. And I think I'll keep the LT160 for myself, because it's just a little bit Mickey Mouse, but it's low hours. It runs super good, and we're putting a mismatch hood on it. We're doing some funny things, but anyway. All right, let me get to getting here, and I'll show you when I got something to show you. All right, out with the old, in with the new. Now, where can I hook this? I think we'll lasso the oil filter bracket. Like that. There we go. Oh, I got an eye right there. Look at that. Oops. Got too many knots in my mule tape. That's better. You're supposed to stay upright, you silly. Oh, I didn't realize that guy didn't take this pulley off. You've got to do that. Okay, I'll set it down crooked here. Let me, I didn't realize he still had the pulley on there. I helped this guy pull that thing off of there. With the whole engine. He didn't have it off time I got to his house. Let me see what's going to take to get that pulley off. It came right off of there. Good, good, good. Let's wrestle this thing. I guess I don't need this cart in my way. Or the pulley. Alright. You want to flip all the way over, don't you? Alright, I'm going to get it bolted down, all the boring stuff, and I'll bring you back when it's better installed. Cool. Okay, boys and girls, I got all the motor mounts, 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts in and tight. Got the pulley back on and the belts back on the pulley. I put the muffler on so we could hear ourselves think if and when this thing fires up. I had to take the oil out of it. This thing had this short pipe 90 and it didn't clear the frame. So I drained the oil out. It actually looked pretty good. Not new, but pretty good. And I went out in the shed and got one of those regular drain thingies. And so I put oil back in it. We got the throttle cable connected. I changed out the connector. So it's the right flavor of the day. Got the starter connected, fuel line connected, spark plugs connected. I think got a brand new air filter in it with a pre-filter. So this engine's had good care. Feel real good about it. Now then, I think it's time to see if it runs. I think that's it. I think we got it, hopefully. All right, I'll put you in a stand. Okay, fire in the hole. Clutches in, chokeage. Pump fuel. Pump some gas in there, will you? We'll give it a little shot, a little help here. The pump might be struggling to get a prime there. So we'll make it run a little faster. So pumps don't like to just sit there and cavitate, so I don't know. We'll give this a little shot there. Unless I forgot something. Seems noisy. Did I not get the muffler correctly tightened? Let me check it. Alright, off camera I took an air hose and a towel and blew into the gas tank to give that fuel pump a prime because it's just dry. And then she took right off. So I'm not going to reenact the whole thing, but anyway, let's fire it up, back up. No choke. All right, we got it. We're going to call it a day today. We'll come back tomorrow and put the rest of this thing together. Here we go. Boys and girls, it's the next day. Came in and kind of buttoned this thing up. I did have the exhaust studs were a little long, so I redid that and got the thing quiet this morning. Oh, I took the spark plug out of it, but it wasn't. I mean, I took it out by hand. It wasn't tight, and I'm sure it's the wrong spark plug. And you can see how black it is because it was leaking compression out the spark plug hole. Oh man! I mean, I always change spark plug, but that one, oh boy, what was he thinking? The engine looked like it was pretty well cared for, but that's clearly the wrong plug. Man, I'm good. I'm glad it didn't hurt the engine, and it does run better than it did yesterday, and it's quieter. So now we got to see if it all comes together and everything works properly. So let's see if we can back it out of here, and we'll take it out in the grass and mow for a little while, and then we'll get her for sale. All right. Seat switch works. Alright, let's go mow this thing, see what happens. Not that my yard needs some cutting. Smoking a little. She seems to do good. We'll probably run it for a little while, just burning all the oil off of stuff, etc., etc. But she's ready. Oh yeah, the headlights were working too. Turn the lights back on, right? All right, should make somebody a great little tractor. All right, let's get this thing for sale. We got other projects to work on. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate the comments. Thumbs up on the way out. And we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.